boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, 30 years of WWE SummerSlam. The third oldest pay-per-view in WWE history, behind WrestleMania. Survivor Series is 1 year older, and the Royal Rumble is 1 year newer. I have always considered SummerSlam to be the second greatest pay-per-view in history, with Mania being number one, then SummerSlam. With Royal Rumble, you have, it's the lead up to Mania, it's the lead up to your Super Bowl. It's kind of the winner of the Rumble goes on in WrestleMania World Title. In the last few years, we've had the two world titles. I think the Rumble has lost some of its luster. Survivor Series has always been that kind of 4-on-4, 5-on-5 tag match has been kind of the leader of that show. And then last year it was the brand versus brand, and it's kind of lost some of its luster. But SummerSlam is always like, that's the next biggest pay-per-view besides Mania. 246 SummerSlam matches in history, 15 women's matches, 3 intergender matches. People are in uproar over Evolution being the first WWE women's only pay-per-view, but yet most of the pay-per-views have been men only throughout the years. So I'm excited about that one. First ever match in SummerSlam history was a tag team match. The British Bulldogs versus the fabulous Rougeon brothers. Well, if you don't know who the British Bulldogs were, the British Bulldog, obviously, and Dynamite Kid. First singles match was Bad News Brown and Ken Patera. The first ever title match at SummerSlam was the Intercontinental title. We had the challenger, the Ultimate Warrior, versus the Honky Tonk Man. The Warrior winning. This ended Honky Tonk's record 454-day streak. Now, the Warrior also won, that was 1988. The Warrior also won the IC title in 89 at SummerSlam. Both of these title reigns, in 88 and 89, he won the IC title at SummerSlam. Both title reigns lasted 216 days. After SummerSlam 88, he lost the IC title to Rick Rude at WrestleMania 5. And then after WrestleMania 6, on the second title run, it was title versus title, Mania versus Hogan in the world title. Warrior won and forfeited the IC title. The first ever WWF title match at SummerSlam, 1990, the Ultimate Warrior versus Rick Rude. Warrior retaining. The first ever women's match at SummerSlam was in 1994. The women's title, Alundra Blaze versus Bull Nakano, and Alundra Blaze winning. Some notable records at SummerSlam. We always talk about Taker's undefeated streak at Mania. Hogan is 6-0 at SummerSlam. Natalya is 3-0. Finn Balor is 2-0. The Flayers are both 2-0, Charlotte and Rick. The phenomenal AJ Styles is 2-0 at SummerSlam. John Morrison is 3-0 at SummerSlam. The Undertaker in his career was 10-5-1 at SummerSlam. Edge was 11-2. John Cena 5-9. And then the Viper, Randy Orton, 7-6. With, to me, SummerSlam being the second greatest pay-per-view of the year behind Mania, we've had 9 matches where they had a match at Mania and then a rematch that year at SummerSlam. The first one was 1989. We had the IC title, Rick Rude versus the Ultimate Warrior. Rick Rude won at Mania. The Warrior won at SummerSlam. Now, the Rude and Warrior also had a rematch at 1990 SummerSlam, this time for the world title, and Warrior won. 1993, WrestleMania 9 and SummerSlam, The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez. Taker won at Mania and by disqualification. He won a Rest in Peace match at SummerSlam that year. Two of the greatest matches ever was in 1994, WrestleMania 10, where Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. At Mania, it was non-title. Owen won. At SummerSlam that year, it was for the WWF title in a cage match, which Bret won. Both matches were like almost 5-star matches. It was incredible. And went on in 2000, we had WrestleMania 16, triangle ladder match. The Edge and Christian versus Dudley versus Hardys. Edge and Christian won. And then that SummerSlam was the first ever, was a triangle ladder match, which was, hold on. No, Mania was a triangle ladder match, and SummerSlam was the first ever TLC match. Same three, Edge and Christian, Dudley's Hardys, same outcome, Edge and Christian. They won the titles at Mania and retained at SummerSlam. 2003, WrestleMania 19, we had Brock Lesnar winning the title, for WWF title versus Kurt Angle. And then Angle had won it back that summer and retained against Lesnar at SummerSlam. The following year, we had at Mania, we had Eddie Guerrero retain the title versus Kurt Angle. Then at SummerSlam that year was a non-title match, Angle beating Eddie Guerrero. Then we had 2005, Mania at WrestleMania 21, we had Taker, Randy. Taker won at Mania, Randy won at SummerSlam. We also, that year, we had Mysterio versus Guerrero. Mysterio won at Mania, Guerrero won at SummerSlam in a ladder match for custody of Dominic. Do we remember that fucking stupid storyline? Oh my god, what, Ray's son Dominic, and Eddie was the guy, his godfather, and fuck. I forgot all about that storyline. I'm like, oh my god, that was some garbage. Which I have watched every SummerSlam, so, 2008, we had WrestleMania, Edge and Taker. Taker won the title from Edge at WrestleMania. Taker won the Hell in a Cell and retained the title at SummerSlam. The 10 best women's matches in SummerSlam history. 2016 was a non-title, six-woman tag, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch, Naomi and Carmelo. Natalya's team won 2.25 star. Number 9, non-title, 2013, Natalya and Brie Bella, 2.25. Number 8, non-title, 2014, Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella, 2.25. Number 7, 2011, Divas title, Kelly retaining versus Beth Phoenix, 2.25. Notice it was kind of shit back then. This is way before Women's Revolution. 2014, number 6 on the list, Divas title, Paige winning versus AJ Lee. 2.75 star. Got a little better there, but still not giving the time to let these women go out and have the matches they're having today. Number 5 comes from last year, SmackDown Women's title, Natalya versus Naomi. Natalya winning in 2.75 star match. Number 4 comes from last year, 2017, Raw Women's title, Sasha Banks winning the title over Alexa Bliss. I gave it 2.75 star. They still wasn't giving it the time it needs to be good. Number 3 on the list comes to 2016, the women's title. Charlotte winning the title from Sasha Banks, 2.75 star. That was the time when Sasha and Charlotte about every month was flipping the title back and forth. I think Sasha held it 3 times, Charlotte 4 times in that time period. Number 2 comes to 2015, non-title, 3-way elimination match. Paige, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch versus the team of Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Tamina. Sasha's team was the first eliminated, then Brie's team, and then Paige and Charlotte and Sasha won, or Paige, Charlotte, and Becky won. I gave it 3 star. And then the greatest women's match at SummerSlam came from 1994, the first one. Champion Alundra Blaze defending the title versus Bull Nakano, 3.25 star. Now the 10 best men's matches in SummerSlam history. Number 10 comes from 1992, Wembley Stadium in London. The Intercontinental title, the British Bulldog winning the Intercontinental title from Bret Hitman Hart, 4.25 star. Number 9 comes from 2016, the phenomenal AJ Styles versus John Cena. AJ winning in 4.5 star. Number 8 comes from 2015, the WWE title versus the US title. Seth Rollins versus John Cena, winner take all. Seth Rollins winning both titles, 4.5 star match. Number 7 comes from 2013, WWE title on the line. Special referee Triple H. Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. Daniel Bryan winning in 4.5 star. Sorry, I was looking this up, make sure I wrote something down right here. Number 6, coming from 2002, it was an unsanctioned match between Shawn Michaels, his return from his back injury, versus Triple H. Shawn winning 4.5 star. Number 5 from 2011, WWE title line. Special ref once again, Triple H. The undisputed title, CM Punk versus John Cena. This is right after 2011 Money in the Bank, is when CM Punk won the title at Chicago, left, supposedly. They crowned a new champion, John Cena, and it was for the undisputed title, WWE title, and Punk won it, 4.5 star match, and then we had an Alberto Del Rio cash-in. Number 4 on the list comes from 1998 in the IC title, the ladder match. A young Triple H versus the young Rock. Triple H versus the Rock. Triple H winning the IC title from the Rock, 4.5 star. Number 3 on the list comes from SummerSlam 2000, TLC 1, ladder match. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Edge and Christian defending the title versus the Dudleys versus the Hardys, 4.75 star match. Number 2 on the list comes in from 1995. Intercontinental title in a ladder match. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, versus Razor Ramon. This was actually for, each of them had their own title, claiming to be Intercontinental Champion. This is for, no, take that back. That was at WrestleMania 10. This was a rematch of, this is the rematch. Where Shawn was champion going in. Shawn retained, 4.75 star match. WrestleMania 10, which would have been the following year, was, that year, 95. Yeah, 85, 95. Yeah, WrestleMania 10 that year was for the 2 titles, ladder match, and they had a rematch ladder match. And then Shawn won the second one, Razor won the first one. And then the best match ever in SummerSlam history comes from 1994. WWF title line in a steel cage. Brother versus brother. Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. 4.75 star match. Still one of the greatest matches, not only in SummerSlam history, but in WWE pay-per-view history. So, 30 years of SummerSlam. Here we are, 2018. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for the preview of NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 and for the preview of SummerSlam 2018. Or as we should call it, Night of Champions, because almost all the freaking titles are on the line. But as always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.